Are you a real estate agent who needs more referrals? Have you ever asked yourself any of these questions? How do I build my referral network? How do I get people to send me more referrals? How do I get business without cold calling or door knocking because I hate it? Well, I'm going to answer those questions and a whole lot more coming up. Hey everyone, it's Rick Silva and I'm a referral coach with One Referral Away. And I work with real estate agents, financial planners, insurance agents, and mortgage brokers teaching you how to build a referral-based practice so you don't have to cold call or door knock. In this video, which is titled New Real Estate Agent Training, 10 Tips to Build a Referral Network, I'm going to give you tips and ideas on how to build reciprocity with your power partners and what to do to build your referral-based practice. Let's dive in. Now, this is my opinion, Ryan. I don't think a business professional should ever be buying software, buying leads, and picking up the phone. Cold calling is the biggest waste of time. Number one, looks desperate. Number two, and there's no leverage. When you cold call, if you make a sale, now you're unemployed. You got to make all those thousands of cold calls over. At least to build a referral-based practice so you don't have to do that stuff, Ryan, it's multi-pronged. So step one, you need to create your personal story of why you got into real estate. Nobody cares about the house before they care about you. So number one, you have to create what's called an epiphany bridge. Why did you get involved in networking? Number one. Number two, you need to create a customer avatar so you know exactly, and we're both smiling because we know we follow the same guy.
Yeah.
You have to create a customer avatar. If you don't know the age, the location, the price range, eat, sleep, drink, everything about your client, you're just throwing water in the wind. So number one, your personal epiphany bridge story. Number two, avatar. Who do you want to work with? If you say, I want to work with everybody needs a home, you're going to be cold calling the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You got to know exactly what you're looking for. Laser point specific. Then you take the epiphany bridge and the avatar and you create an elevator pitch. That's the foundation.
And they're not getting results. So
right.
To your point about not knowing how, let's take it to the next level is what is best practices when you are looking to network and meet with people? Because a lot of people think, okay, I can get out there and go out there and they just sit and talk about themselves or they bomb the meeting.
Ryan, I want to be clear so I don't spend 3 hours answering this one because some of these answers are not short, but once people get it, they get it. Best practices for coffee meeting or best practices for networking?
We'll start with networking.
So I kind of covered it and I'll build on it. So epiphany bridge, you have to have a story. So this if you're going to sit down with somebody for coffee, they got to get to know you. You better have a story. And as an example, my wife runs a group, and I don't want to go too deep on it just in case anybody ever sees this, but there was a person in there who's a coach, and I like to listen to how coaches introduce themselves. And she goes, now she teaches prosperity, Ryan. So okay. Let me give you 10 seconds of it. Hey, everybody. My name is John, and I help people create more focus and wealth in their life. You going to hire me?
No.
So with Epiphany Bridge is why you got into real estate. Number one. Number two, you have to have your avatar so you know exactly what you're looking for. Because Ryan, I get a CPA to meet with me. I sit down and go, hey, I'm a referral coach and I forgot to shake your hand and I teach and a good client for me is I'm looking for anybody. And it's just anybody who needs my services. You're going to have 50,000 coffee meetings. You're going to get 0 referrals. So you got to have your personal story. You got to know exactly what you're looking for. And then you got to create a list of the types of industries you want to meet with. I keep looking. I know the camera's here, but I'm looking at your handsome face down there. But you got to have a list of industries you want to meet with. Then you got to find them. Then you got to set coffee meetings. And then you got to get them to meet with you, and then you got to ask them questions. You got to be asked questions. And a point of note: I own the domain name The Coffee Meeting Millionaire. I haven't put anything on it, so don't go there. It's one referral. It's one referral away. But I do own that domain name because I've made millions and millions and millions of dollars sitting in Starbucks. There's not a coffee shop between Livermore, California, and Walnut Creek where any employee in a year has made more than me in their own coffee shop. Because of the amount of sales I'm making I make more than the manager sitting in his coffee shop.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy, Ryan. Hey, it's Rick. Just want to cut in real quick. Hey, if you're getting value out of this video or even other videos on my channel, do me a favor. Click the like and subscribe button. It would really, really help the channel out. Thanks a lot. Also, if you'd like me to shoot videos on other networking topics that would help you get more listings, sell more homes, sell more insurance, write more plans, sell more mortgages, just comment down below and I'll be sure to shoot a video on those topics for you. Now back to the training. Personal story. Who are you looking for? Find people to meet with, set the coffee meeting, meet with them, where you're going to meet, what are you going to do, what are you going to say. That's you're going to have to interview me for 2 hours for that one, but that's the short story. Best practices are, and the number one thing is when you meet with them, don't sell to them. If you're a real estate agent, you meet with a mortgage lender, a financial planner, or CPA, don't go, hey, since we're here, are you looking to buy or sell in the next 30 to 60 to 90 days?
Yeah.
You got to lose that. Try never to sell to anyone, Ryan, even your clients. Try not to sell to them. They will chase you down the street if you do it properly. In the history of the world, you'll be the only one. You want to set yourself apart? You newbies out there that need to if you're new and you need to go door knock and cold call, meet some carpet cleaners and some house painters and some gardeners and just offer those cards to 10 or 20 people a week. Do that for a year. You'll never want for business. We're pleasing the roofer. Because I promise you, a roofer is going to go into a home and the guy's going to go, I'm going to paint these walls, I'm going to fix this, I'm going to put a new roof on it, and then we're going to sell it.
Yeah.
That roofer, if you taught him properly as the real estate agent and you programmed his reticular activating system, you had a good intro, you explained to him everything, here's what I'm going to do for you. If you hear somebody say blah, 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 run to your car and give them my card. Yeah. Ryan, this is also why, and I'm going to go down this today. If you go in any real estate group, it's a very high percentage of people who are ditching business cards. This is my opinion, Ryan. I don't know what you teach, and I apologize if it's different, but I think the single most colossal error you could ever make in the history of real estate, mortgage, financial planner, insurance, chiropractor, dentist, network marketer is to say, I don't need a card. My information is in their phone. That is out of sight, out of mind, baby. I meet a roofer in this instance, and I'm going to hand them a stack of my cards, and I'm going to teach them how to hand them to the potential client. Now, he isn't going to do anything for me, Ryan. Nothing. If I haven't handed out his cards, I'm going to walk up and down the street and hand out his cards to everybody I know to earn the right to teach him how to send me referrals.
100% believe that. And that's where it comes from, taking that reciprocity chain and starting it first. And you got to be the one who's going to kickstart that. And again, so many agents sit back and go, well, if they know I'm a good agent or they're just going to refer me because they need someone, the reality is you got to give first to get. But you can't come from that. You have to come from genuinely, like you said, that carpet cleaner may not give you a referral. If you find good people you can trust and work with, and then just help them anyways, it will pay off.
The law of reciprocity, the law of attraction, the law of sowing and reaping are the main three that people need to understand. What are these laws? Well, let me just throw one thing at you real quick. When you drop the apple and it hits the ground, why? Because there's the law of gravity. Can you see it? No. The law of reciprocity. So real quick, Ryan, you didn't know we were going here. All the religions in the world, they only agree on two things. They don't agree on anything else except these two things. You ready?
Yeah.
Love and the belief in the law of reciprocity.
Yeah.
So in the Quran, in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Bible, in every historical writing in the history of the world, it says things like, ye who wishes to tread on soft soil must first add the water. I'll stop there.
Yeah.
But they all talk about give with zero thought of return, and abundance comes from the most unexpected places, the most unexpected sources, at the most unexpected time, in the most unexpected amount.
Yeah.
So we're not doing these things strictly to see what we're going to get, and I'm going to prove that point. Number one, when you're handing out a roofer's card to a person, is because you notice they got a crappy roof.
Yeah.
Number two, I'm trying everything I can to get business for that roofer. If I please the person who has the crappy roof and I please the roofer, I know, Ryan, I know, and you know, that someday that roofer is going to send me business.
Yep.
We don't know when. We don't know how much, but we know it will happen. So with that faith, I cannot see the law of gravity. I cannot see the law of attraction, law of abundance, or law of sowing and reaping, but I know it exists.
Yeah. So then that perfectly ties into the next section. We always like to wrap up with a best piece of advice. So if you're giving advice for agents who are looking to get into networking and doing that at that hyper local level, what advice would you give to the agents listening?
If they want to get into networking
For their farm and their business and their community.
Yeah, I would say if you have the free time in the evenings, go to One Referral Away at YouTube, because I got hours and hours and hours and hours of training for real estate. So One Referral Away at YouTube. Start by cold calling, and your goal in life is to get out of it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
You need to have tough skin. You need to learn how to smile when you're essing in your pants,
Yeah.
and you don't want to do it. And do it before it gets too hot and your shoes are melting or before the snow is. So start with cold calling and just figure out how to start having coffee with people who already have your client.
Yeah.
And in that is about 15 hours of training to teach all of that. But that's just help people door knock and get out of door knocking as soon as possible and find people who already have your client.
Yeah. That's great advice.
Any other answer, Ryan's going to take an hour.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good summary, good short version of that. That's awesome. How can our viewers check out what you're up to and connect with you if they'd like to?
So my email is onereferralaway@gmail.com, onereferralaway@gmail.com. My website is onereferralaway.com, onereferralaway.com, and YouTube, One Referral Away.
So Rick, thank you for sharing your passion. You can clearly see how passionate you are and the wisdom and the experience. And I hope that the agents will go out there and really rethink how they see referral partners and networking in their community and really make that a solid part of the business. Because if they do that, I think they can really change the trajectory of what they do in their farm. So thank you for sharing that. And I know our viewers are really going to appreciate it.
I'm going to offer one thing that you didn't know, Ryan.
Sure.
So anybody who watches this video, Rick Silva will sit down on a Zoom for 30 minutes. All you got to do is say you saw Ryan. Ryan, what's the name of your podcast?
Launch Your Farm.
Launch Your Farm. You saw the video on Launch Your Farm. You email me onereferralaway@gmail.com. I'll give you a free 30-minute one-on-one Zoom meeting. How about that?
Awesome. That's awesome. So thank you, Rick, for being on there again. And looking forward to hearing people's successes with that and seeing your successes in the future.
Thank you very much. Honor to be with you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.